Hi guys, we're in the process of changing Max's backswing pattern. So he's used to increase this angle a lot, so a lot of shoulder flexion, which gives him an outside takeaway. So the hands go here, and then to create balance, they go there. So he suffers from right lateral bend at the end of the backswing because of all this momentum of the hands, the club, the arms going from interior to posterior. The other thing that it's messing up with is the scapular movements. So because there is so much shoulder flexion on the takeaway, there is not much right scapula elevation and not much left scapula depression. The other thing, because the hands get from anterior to posterior, is that it gives him right shoulder AB and also right shoulder external rotation. So along with the bad scap movements and he has to fight right lateral bend on the backswing, he's not able to develop the proper movements in transition, elbow move and left lateral bend to right lateral bend does not occur. So we're trying to give him a more of an inside takeaway with more trunk rotation, less shoulder elevation, scapula elevation on the right side, and left scapula trying to dig into the chest and depress. But I'm going to show you something that makes all of this impossible. Watch this angle, which will be between the thigh and the lower back. So we're looking at hip flexion. If you look at that, you will see that the right hip moves back, yet the angle of the lower part of the trunk doesn't change relative to the ground. So this angle is actually shutting, so going like this. So this would be hip flexion. Now he's doing a good job on the scap movements and takeaway. I mean, there's clearly an intention on his side to go slightly more inside, elevate, and he's doing a great job. And we could see some start of left lateral bend, but since and you see that he's got very steep shoulders, he's not as posterior as he used to be. He's very anterior now, and he says he's losing balance. So of course, with this angle moving from here to there, well, I'm exaggerating, but you get the idea. Hip flexion, all of this trunk is propelled towards the ball. So if he were to really left lateral bend, he would end up here and he would fall completely. So this right hip flexion is the real misconception, and there's no way he's going to be able to create the moves that they have a built-in tendency to make you lose balance towards the ball. If you bend the spine like this, there's definitely a built-in tendency to move weight towards the ball. So you have to counterbalance it with a hip that is extending and not flexing. So for a lot of people it becomes kind of counterintuitive because they try and get the tush line right. So they try to move this right hip back. The problem is that they do it by going from here to there, exaggerating again. So to try to get him by hip flexion, and as you can see, the spine is not really bent. This side is very straight, and since it's fighting all these balance issues, there's no way he's going to be really in left lateral bend. So the idea, because he's doing a great job on the scap moves, I mean, That's it's way better than you used to. You used to get the club like this, no trunk rotation, and then reroute it there. So there is no doubt that it has improved the scap moves, but now the whole part becomes dysfunctional because of balance. This is not possible to be here and create left lateral bend. So there should be, I know I have had this issue and it's very bizarre to cure, but there should be an intention to move the femoral head. If you try and represent the femoral head, which is like here and the ankle, the idea to cure this tendency to right hip flex is to try and move the femoral head that way. So get it in front of the ankle, and this will give this angle will actually move to this kind of angle. So this is a hip extension. Now the thing you have to fight is that we want to get the tush line right. So we want the femoral head to move backwards, and that's very difficult to do. There should be kind of a leap of faith and assume that if you get this femoral head here, like towards the ball, the whole balance equation will be modified and you will be able to do this kind of left lateral bend, and the two combined will make you stay on the tush line. So that's something that's bizarre, I admit it, but from there, what can you really do? I mean, the left leg is flexed, he's working on that too, but the hip is flexed, so what can he do? We want it to flex more in transition, but it's already very flexed. There's no way you can flex more. So the first move is extension. See how it stays flexed? I mean, someone like JB would be like here, here, here. So this angle would be shutting again, going to flexion. He's staying in extension, so there's no really good way you can get pelvic rotation. Since he wasn't able to left lateral bend, he's going to stay in left. Since he wasn't able to go full left lateral bend, there's no rebounding to right, so it's staying kind of in left lateral bend or at least neutral spine. See how the right shoulder stays high. And the whole pelvic movement is to go like there, but this is because of this cluster of right hip extension to right hip flexion to right hip extension in transition, combined with difficult pelvic rotation, difficult right lateral bend. The spine is not really moving like it should. So really, this right hip extension on the backswing is critical. Don't be afraid. I mean, just test on the range. Try to go like bizarre, like ridiculous hip extension, and then try to put in trunk rotation and left lateral bend, and you will see that your right hip, which were here after your exaggeration of hip extension, will be propelled here, and you won't lose any tush line. So I think the best guy to look at is Watson to see these kind of things. I'm going to put him as a righty. There you go. If you look this angle, look how at the start of the backswing he's not really staying on the tush line, or the camera's moving, sorry, but look here at the end how much the right hip is propelled backwards. So this left lateral bend will improve trunk rotation, it will make more pelvic rotation possible, and the right hip will get back and you'll get the tush line right. So I think I made a video on my YouTube channel, maybe check it out, where I described a combo of right hip flexion, getting you to fall towards the ball, and it will be compensated by right lateral bend, which is the exact mix that we don't want, and how right hip X plus left lateral bend gets you right on the money. Okay. Good luck, Max. You'll get through it. There's no doubt about it. I'll give you a few days. See you.